Hola, amigos. Welcome back to episode 33 of The Gift of the Gab. I'm Ben.
And I'm Tia.
And yeah, you're listening to us again this week. Who are we, Tia? For those that don't know, for our new listeners.
We are BT Small Talk.
What the hell was that?
You know one of those American cheerleaders and goes, "My name is Tia. Yeah, I'm so Aaliyah. Yeah, when you see me, yeah, you go ooh la la." Those words were very random.
Oh, were they?
Yes. Anyways, let's get right into it.
Yes. What's been happening this week? Well, I was telling you about GameStop.
Mm-hmm.
Because GameStop shares skyrocketed.
I didn't even hear about it.
Over the past week, they've been skyrocketing. I did my little investigation into it, but I got basically a simplified explanation from Twitter, but there was no user. It kept on getting reposted, so I can't credit the person. But you know who you are. So basically, GameStop shares rose, and it particularly caught the attention of the news because the shares, like GameStop, is a dying business.
Okay.
With Amazon and
all
digital purchases, it's we don't have a GameStop here. We have Game is the main one.
Oh, okay.
But it's an American company.
Okay.
But we might have like a couple of stores, but it's not our main game shop over here. But GameStop over there is quite big, and because obviously the rise of online and digital purchasing, it's been declining like many businesses.
Yeah.
And yeah, all of a sudden the shares shot up, and Wall Street and the hedge funds were not happy and instantly looked to change the rules on the small investors. And I'll read you a little blurb, a simplified explanation from Twitter, but there was no user. It kept on getting reposted, so I can't credit the person. But you know who you are. So first, you need to understand what a short is in trading. A short is when you borrow a stock from a broker and sell it immediately at its current price, and then you hope that the stock falls in price so that you can buy back the stock later and return the shares back to the broker that you borrowed it from.
Yeah.
But obviously, you have fees when you borrow it from the broker.
Okay.
But this is what the hedge funds were doing to dying companies, essentially. And now for GameStop, a few weeks ago, a Redditor on WallStreetBets, which is a subreddit on Reddit, quite popular, but it's increased popularity recently because of what's happening. A Redditor named Deep Effing Value, but the F was a swear word. He noticed that a hedge fund had taken a massive amount of short trades against GameStop, and he convinced everyone on the thread to join forces and buy as much GameStop stock as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And this made the price rise, and the hedge fund short position started to lose billions of dollars. Eventually, the hedge fund had to close their short positions and buy all the GameStop stock back again at higher price. And currently, the people who have bought the shares are holding on to them, and the price has skyrocketed. I think at the beginning, the guy posted what he was investing like every day or every week for since like I think early 2019 or early 2020.
Mm-hmm.
And he invested like $55,000 is what he's invested. And that investment grew to $46 million in GameStop shares. And you can imagine the growth from like investing 55,000 and it's grown to 46 million. And then it crashed and it went like down 30% to something like 33 million. But yesterday I checked it. He posted again. It's risen back to 47 million. And I'm not sure what his total money that he's put in, but he made a lot of money off it, but he's not selling.
Okay.
The group on the WallStreetBets are basically like, right now we don't care. We are just going to hold the shares so that these hedge funds go bankrupt, and the hedge funds are furious. Been exciting times. What else has been happening?
Well, I did see a bin man getting something off his chest.
Oh.
Well, actually, he was punching something off his chest.
He kicking it.
Well, kicking it. Well, there was a little kid, and they had.
I didn't even see I didn't see if it was built by a little kid.
It was a little boy, and it was bin collection day, and the bin man punched and kicked the snowman, and he was fired.
What was the news? What was the headline for it?
Bin man fired after
decapitating the snowman.
Yes.
I saw the word decapitate and I was like, what the hell? Why are they using such a like?
Did you watch the video?
I did.
Okay.
I watched the clip. I didn't see the kid, but I saw him, what he did to the snowman. And I think absolutely it was a mean thing for him to do, but he does not deserve to be
Yeah,
fired
it was
for
a
it.
snowman.
It's a snowman. It is literally frozen water.
It's gonna it was gonna melt. It only snowed for.
No, the company is wrong for firing him.
That is so wrong. And
they should have just told him off and be like, "Why did you do that?"
Yeah, and he could have apologized to the little boy.
Exactly. They could have handled that so much.
Snowman. It was gonna melt. There was no other snow around. It only snowed for what? Well, in London, it just snowed for that one day.
Yeah. He didn't need to kick it. I can't see a reason for him to kick it. It wasn't in his way obstructing the bins or anything.
But the thing is, he could have been having like a really bad day, and he saw the snowman. You know, this is a good thing to punch, and he punched it. It didn't hurt nobody.
Well, he hurt the kids' feelings.
He hurt the kids' feelings.
I won't excuse him because he was having a bad day.
No, because if it melted, the kids' feelings would have been hurt anyway. But he was gonna do.
It was gonna do, but he took that away from him. That wasn't his job.
They should have built it in the back garden.
No, because not everyone has a back garden.
They should have built it in the porch. There was a porch.
Maybe that's where there was the most. Look, what he did was wrong, and I don't think there's an excuse for him kicking the snowman. I just don't think he should have been fired.
But the thing is, anyone would have kicked the snowman.
Not anyone.
You might have seen the snowman.
I would not have kicked the snowman. Why would I kick a random snowman? Like someone kidded, because I've built a snowman before, and I've built it in a public spot, and no one came and kicked it.
Yeah, but it was gonna melt.
It was gonna melt, and then
if you were gonna feel disappointed about your snowman being gone,
no,
it was gonna happen.
Because I wasn't actually disappointed when the snowman melted. It was just like, oh, the snowman's gone. Let me go get the gloves and scarf that I put on him off. But that was it.
I know your mom told you off for that.
Nah, man.
Taking your hat and scarf for a snowman.
I think I've got a picture of the snowman still. I might make it the thumbnail.
I do remember.
You would not have kicked the snowman. I don't know why you're acting like you would have touched
cold, and I wouldn't have wanted to.
You would not have touched
ruin my trainers.
That's not the reason. You wouldn't have. You work with children. You would not have gone and kicked the snowman. You just in defense of this guy. He kicked the snowman, which was wrong, but he shouldn't have got fired for it.
It wasn't wrong. It wasn't right, but it wasn't wrong.
It was wrong. He was just being an a-hole, and he didn't deserve to get fired for it. But I'm sure he learned his lesson now.
Well, don't be punching snowman.
Exactly. What was the need to do it?
It's like when you go into a shop. Some people, when they go into a shop and they feel something squishy, and now they decide, oh yeah, I'm gonna squish down into that product.
What are you talking about?
It's not the right thing to do.
Exactly.
It's not
but they don't deserve to be fired for it.
Benjamin.
What?
Just squishing down things.
I'm just making sure they're firm. That's what I'm doing. I'm testing the product quality. I'm doing QC, quality control on their stock. What he did was just mean. He hurt the kid's snowman for no reason.
And it was caught on what's Ring doorbell. Those Ring doorbells be catching everything.
Yeah, I don't like them, you know.
You don't?
Nah, man.
I think if
everyone's gonna have one, and now I can't walk past the house. You can't play Knockdown Ginger no more.
Oh yeah.
Remember when you could play Knockdown Ginger? That was
kids don't be playing Knockdown Ginger anymore, do they?
I don't know. I played it heavy when I was a kid.
No, I didn't play it heavy, but I did play it.
I don't think we ever got caught. We got a couple close calls where people did.
I did. I think I ring the doorbell as the person was just they were at the door basically.
Oh, did you make up an excuse?
Yeah, I said, "Oh, does."
Yeah, actually, we did get caught. We did get caught one time, and then it wasn't me. We before we even got to run, the person opened, and we said we kicked their ball into the garden, and then when they went to search, we ran.
Why didn't you just say you were going into you were looking
I think that was a better excuse.
No, I was like, oh, does Sarah live here?
Nah,
and
they
like,
wouldn't.
oh no, and then I was like, oh, she told me.
At that point, unless the adult was, most adults in this country be overweight, they couldn't run anyway.
Wow.
It's true.
So you've come for a whole country now.
It's true. Yeah, UK was pretty fat. UK pretty fat.
That makes a lot of sense because of the food that they eat.
Yeah.
And talking about food, well, you didn't get to watch the Aaliyah J.
I watched snippets from.
You watched snippets, yeah.
Because it got deleted.
They've deleted it now, and I watched it in the morning, so we just have to go back to what
you saw.
Remember. Yeah, but I watched it 4:00 in the morning.
Why were you up at that time?
Let's not discuss that now. Well, anyways, they did a mukbang, and I think the title of the video was mukbang with African food, and I think in brackets it had Nigerian food. But in the video, they were saying, "Oh, we've got African food." So that was one thing that people in the comments were coming for them. And then so they bought maybe you should say it, just in case I butcher the name. Egusi soup.
And what you said, they bought jollof rice. Nigerian jollof, I have to specify.
Nigerian jollof. Egusi soup, Nigerian jollof, and okra stew.
Yeah.
And plantains, but they already.
I know this. Me and mom say okra. I don't know why, but yeah.
So let me just give you a quick rundown. So it was her and her boyfriend. So Aaliyah and Menelik. Her boyfriend, I think he's either half. I think he's Dominican.
I thought you said Kenyan.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, sorry.
He's half Dominican, I want to say, and then half Kenyan.
Don't ask. I'm learning.
I think, but he's definitely got Kenyan in him. Like his dad's Kenyan, and I think he is something else.
Okay.
So he grew up, and his dad used to make him the Kenyan version of fufu.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that's called, but he said he didn't like that.
Can you?
No, stop it. So anyways, now they're eating it, and they I guess Aaliyah J was really excited to eat the food, and he was like, "No, you're not gonna like it." He doesn't like it. He didn't like the Kenyan version, but he's never had this food before. So now they get to trying it. They rip up a bit of fufu. He rolls it up in your hand. Is that what you're meant to do? You rip it off.
I can't talk on. You don't rip it off. You can't roll it in your hand into a ball.
What do?
You just grab it. With some soup and put it in your mouth.
Oh, okay.
There's no forming of balls in your palm.
I don't know. Okay, I guess that's not what you're meant to do. But she just ripped it off. Is rip it off the right word now? I don't want people coming for me now.
No, they're not gonna come for you. You don't know how to eat.
Right, but neither did they. And anyways, that's the side point. So she ripped off a bit. He felt like he knew what he was doing, so he ripped off a bit and rolled it into a ball, and then they dipped it into the.
I don't know what they eat. Maybe what they eat, they have to roll it in their hand, but
I don't know.
Unless it's rice ball.
They dipped it into the okra stew, and when they put it into the mouth, it was like, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no.
Okay, so fast forward to what?
So they didn't like that. She wanted to actually spit it out. Right, you could obviously tell that they disliked it, and she wanted to spit it out, and he was like, no, you were really feeling for this. You need to eat it. So they ended up eating it. She said that she didn't like the texture of the fufu and the okra stew. Okra stew. However, she did like the other things that they had.
Mm-hmm.
So
why is this big news?
People were roasting them. First of all, they didn't like that they tried the food and then they disliked it on camera and they posted it to YouTube. And I think somewhere in that, Menelik, her boyfriend, he said, when I was younger, I used to think that the Kenyan version looked like dog food to me. Mm-hmm. So that was another thing. Then people were saying Africa is a whole region, it's a whole continent. Why are they calling it African food? They need to say if it's Nigerian food or Ghanaian food, and especially because it's in the title, so they knew. So yeah, what do you think?
Well, I didn't see the video, so I have to preface it with that. I'll have to say, from your description, it sounds like the people are mad because I don't know, from what happened in the video.
Yeah.
I think it's no, not even I think.
You only watched what was on the shade room.
Yeah,
that's all
it's okay not to like the food and stuff. I think it depends on like how you come across.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe if they came across in a judgmental or rude way, people are gonna have a reaction to that.
Yeah.
And because I didn't see what happened.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to say, oh, this is why people are wilding. If they didn't do anything that was rude or something, then people are just upset for no reason, and you're upset because it's your food and they didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fair enough to say, yeah, it's African food is like many different foods. So, you know, you wouldn't go to Europe and be like it's European food when you're eating specific British food or something like that. I can understand the argument, but I won't be in the comments mad about that. But it just depends on, I guess, how they came across. If they were rude or disrespectful to people's culture, then I can see why people get angry. But if they weren't, then it's just the internet getting angry, isn't it?
I feel like, and this is what my perspective on it, just from what I remember. Again, I was watching this at 5 o'clock in the morning, so I'm not sure if I missed out on bits. But I feel like if you were to go to Carnival or something, and you were to go to one of the stores, like you might not know, oh, this is Jamaican or this is whatever, because the foods are, obviously there's some similarities and then there are some differences in how we cook it, like the jollof rice.
You wouldn't know in Carnival. I thought they'd be having the flags.
No, I'm saying for me, not every store has a flag.
No.
But like, you know how jollof rice, you've got the Ghanaian and you've got the Nigerian version. Like in that instance, you might not know. Oh,
you mean the Nigerian best effort?
Don't be rude. Yeah, you might not know. Oh, yeah, this is definitely the Nigerian version, or this is definitely the Ghanaian version. And so
I will know. When I taste it, I will know the Ghanaian one. I'll know that's the proper one right there.
Wow. Let's not start that debate. But yeah, like you might not know, oh, like, yeah, this is Jamaican food. So it's just easier, instead of getting it wrong, to say, oh, this is Caribbean food. So I do understand that, especially if they've never had it before. Yeah,
I understand that. But I was just saying, to that point, it's just that I think that's why the commenters are getting angry, is because it's like, it's because you wouldn't, they're just like, just say what it is. If you're gonna eat it, say what it is.
Yeah.
Like, I understand that. But if you're just at Carnival, you're not posting a video, like, you don't really need to do your research on what you're eating.
Yeah, but what if you do, like, you're filming it and you're like, oh, I've got some Caribbean food.
If you're making a food show or you're making a food content, I expect you to at least tell me what you're eating.
I guess so, yeah.
Like, when we watch Kwang Tran, he be specifying what he's eating.
I guess.
So you can know to search it up. I wouldn't have been mad at that if they were like, this is African food or something, but then it's not food that I'm used to, because technically it is African food.
Yeah.
But it's just not it's just not that all of Africa might eat that food.
Yeah.
And but so I think people were mad, so they were just using that, looking at things to poke at.
They were just like, let's tally it all up, the thing. Also, me personally, I would not buy Jamaican food from a Jamaican restaurant. Like, I do not like it at all. But I'm Jamaican.
But I feel like you have a bias.
Maybe I do. I just feel like my mum's food is better, so I'm not gonna waste the money
because
buying oxtail rice and peas, and I know I'm not gonna like it.
I never really bought Jamaican food like that growing up anyway, apart from patties. But like I never really. For a long time, I thought rice and peas was plain white rice and green peas.
Yeah, I know. I had to correct you on that one.
I was like, well, what's the big fuss about?
Yeah.
One time I made rice and peas. I thought that was it. But yeah.
No, you made peas and rice.
I made peas and rice. I was like, this is pretty easy, man. But what's it called? But yeah, you be prejudiced against the Jamaican stores.
But do you go to Ghanaian stores?
No, but I guess it's the same. It's just it's not because I don't think they can make it. It's just because I know I can have it at home. It's the same reason my mum does go to Ghanaian restaurants, and I'll be like, why?
Yeah.
You
can make it.
You made this food at home, and then you're going out on a Saturday night to treat yourself to the food. Sometimes that you complain, they didn't do it well, and it's just like you should have tried something new.
Yeah, and also what I was gonna say, like, it's not like McDonald's where they have a set recipe and it's frozen and they just put into the oven. It's like someone actually adding the ingredients, and so the restaurant that they went to might have been bad.
It might not have been a good representation, but I think it's hard to comment on why exactly, and I didn't even see I didn't see the backlash like that because the video was gone.
Yeah.
So it's hard to comment on if the backlash was too harsh, and also if the behavior in the video was like rude or not.
Some of their behavior, I'm not gonna lie, was like it wasn't needed. But I feel like if they were eating American food, McDonald's, Chick-fil-A or whatever, and they were like acting like that, there wouldn't have been no problem at all.
No, because it's their own culture's food.
Yeah.
The America, if they eat Chick-fil-A, that's their own.
He's African.
No, but he's a grown American. Like,
yeah, but I'm Jamaican. You hear my accent.
Yeah, but like if you were commenting on English food, no one would, and they heard your accent and stuff. Or they see like he's English as well.
But okay, what if I was eating Jamaican
do you know
food?
what it is? Do you know what it is? It sounds like he doesn't eat African food, but they might not have had a problem if it's American food, because from the outside looking in, it seems like that's mainly the food that they eat.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't seem like he mainly eats African food, or he's that.
Yeah.
So I think that's why when it's someone speaking on something that they didn't know about, that the people were getting angry.
Mm-hmm. But I personally, as a fussy eater myself, think it's all right to not like.
No, it's perfectly all right to not like food.
Again, as a fussy eater myself who doesn't like to try new things, I think that it was good that they tried it out, especially her, because it seemed like it was more foreign to her than it was to him.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to try it out, and then if you don't like it, you don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess the substance of it is how you put. Like how you come across.
It's how you come across.
Like if you don't like it, you don't like it. That's fine. But if you come across like shady or judgmental, people are gonna be react to that. And some people won't care. They'll be like, fine, they like it.
See, me, I'm the not care person because I just don't like. There's a lot of Jamaican food that I don't personally like. And then there's a lot of food that you don't like. There's just a lot of food that
it would be easier to just list what you like.
There's a lot of English food I do not like. There's a lot of crisps I don't like.
Just for food in general, there's a small list of food that Tia eats.
That is exactly right.
There's a small list.
So when in the beginning, when Aaliyah put the food into her mouth and it was just instant, what have I done? Like I just related to that because when I try new things, even if I go to Nando's and I try something like a new chicken or something and I don't like it, that is the reaction you're going to get from me.
It is, but I guess to play devil's advocate, the people who are angry in the comments are like, if you choose to put what you put out, and then for everything that you put out, people are going to have a reaction to it. So if you put out something and they feel offended by it, well, you should be prepared to hit the offense.
I guess if they didn't like it, then they shouldn't have put it out, is what people are saying.
No, because I think you should still put it out if you don't like it. You don't have to like everything.
Mm-hmm.
But if you come across a certain way, people are going to be a certain thing. And you can come across that way if you want to, but then you're going to have the reaction.
But this is another reason how sensitive social media is. I don't think you can do much on social media as an influencer, especially, and not be judged for it.
I think social media is sensitive, but I think that is that's not just social media. That's people in general. People are sensitive.
Like these days, if you Americans was to go to Jamaica, you would be crying. You'd leave crying. Like, and I don't mean
so why don't you leave
crying? Listen, people in Jamaica are not scared to tell you that you're fat.
Yeah, but
or you're too skinny.
It depends what bothers you.
Or you've decided to bleach your skin and you look yellow.
It depends what bothers you.
You've got a wonky eye.
Because some people don't be caring what people say.
You've got a buck tooth. Your teeth are too yellow. Your toes are too big.
You big. Ooh, yeah, same size as you.
Yeah. Oh, like you've lost too much weight.
But then, yeah.
Why do you walk like that? Even the kids, down to everyone. But
I don't think, like, with stuff like that, with like being too big, that's not really gonna bother me.
Yeah, but that's because Africans are.
Yeah.
Well, let me not say. I know that Ghanaians, they're very honest as well.
Yeah, they'll be honest. They'll be on. No, Africans. You can say that. They'll be honest. I don't know about all of them, but the ones I've bumped into, they'll be honest.
Yeah, in my opinion, like English people, American people, they're more on the sensitive side, especially about.
I think a body positivity. Yeah. No, there's no such thing as body positivity.
What's that?
Yeah, no. Not that it's a good thing, because I guess it does affect people's mental health. So, the African and the Caribbean approach might not always be the best cut fit for everyone.
But that's the thing. When you go to, if you're brought up in Jamaica, you're just used to it.
Yeah.
And so it's like,
That's why, yeah.
It doesn't hurt your feelings.
Yeah.
It's now when I go there and every 10 minutes someone's go, oh, you gained weight.
You be.
Look, but if you were Marga now, we could all fit in the car, and everything is about weight.
Well, you know.
And
if everyone was skinny in the car, they would fit in it.
Don't eat too much sugary things and fatty things.
See, but that's true. There's nothing offensive about that. Don't eat too much sugary things and fatty things.
You look like one lady down the road.
Well, no, that's getting more offensive. But the first line, I don't have no problem with. It's just true. That should be the message. The NHS tells you that don't eat too much sugary things.
My granddad sent out a voice note in the family group chat to my aunties.
Was she eating too much sugary things and fatty things?
He thought so because he saw the video and that's how he responded.
What? That's his child.
Stop eating too much sugary things and fatty things.
That's a parent's job.
Wow! In front of everyone. See now, if American person was to do that,
you'll be getting the dad would be getting sued in court.
Yeah. How dare you body shame her?
Oh, no.
It's just a normal thing. It's just
I guess it's just the culture, you know. It's just a culture shock for some people.
It is.
Definitely. Well, what was that girl's name that appeared on This Morning? Sheridan Mordew or something.
You already
like
know
that.
I'm not good with names, so I'm not even going to try.
Her name was Sheridan. I forgot her surname.
Yeah.
Well, she's an influencer. Looked like personal trainer, you know.
An AT?
Take pictures and all of that.
OT?
Occupational therapist?
No, that's not what I'm getting to. A trainer.
Personal trainer, PT.
PT. I think it was something like that.
What's it called? She was defending her trips to Dubai, saying that influencers are essential workers. First of all, no, they're not.
No, they're not.
Like, influencers aren't essential workers to the point that they need to travel. If you need to travel...
If you think you're as essential as a nurse or even a teacher, you're mistaken.
No, not even... If you're not... Your job isn't essential to making society function right now. Like, supermarkets, pharmacists, doctors, teachers... These are essential workers that are, like, needing to do things. But things where it's like... No, you didn't need to go Dubai. Like, you go in Dubai by itself. Like, if it's within the rules, it might be frowned upon because everyone else is locked down. But if you decide to post that, you get the hate that you get for that. But what I did was like, just stop it. Stop trying to defend it as if you're trying to. As if you're trying to.
See, that's
when I could tell she didn't know what she was talking about. She's like, I'm increasing people's mental health.
Yeah,
I said, what's increasing a mental health?
If anything, most people are seeing the four walls in their house. You know, they're seeing their dad too much, their sister too much, their mother too much. They can't leave. They can't even say, let me go out to, you know, Nando's to get a cheeky meal. You posting on social media how you're having a lavish life, you're going clubbing, and you get to do this and jet ski and what? How is that increasing someone's mental health? In fact, that's you're not improving it at all.
I would have just appreciated, honestly, just be like, you know what? If it was illegal and I just wanted to go.
Yeah, I wanted to go, and you know, while I'm here,
she would have still got backlash for it. She would have still got backlash for it, but there was just no point coming trying to lie.
Excuses wasn't even because at one point in the interview thing, she said, "Oh, like I did a poll, and you know, people said that they don't want to see it, and so I wasn't posting it as much."
And then he said, "Why are you there then?"
So so your fans have just told you they don't want to see it. So you're not, what was the word you used? Increase in mental health at all. Because they've just told you they don't want to see it. And that furthers their point that you shouldn't have gone there anyways. No, because you're not doing what you're saying you're going to do.
Look, I can't control what you do. That's a fact. But I can have a reaction. And if you post it, people go and talk about it.
That's true.
And just stop pretending that you're doing it under the guise of helping people. Just say what it is. You want it to be selfish, that's fine.
And that's the difference between this lady and Paige Keiki. Paige Keiki said, I want to do it. You know, if you don't want me to go,
still silly.
Email Boris Johnson and tell him to, you know, close the borders.
Still silly, and she can get reaction too. There's still a silly thing to do.
Still silly, and I don't.
But I respect the honesty.
Yeah. She's saying what she wants to do with her chest instead of trying to go around, find an excuse, and it doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Well, she should have been on This Morning Britain. because Piers would have given her the grilling.
Pierce would have lit her ass.
I heard you posted that someone said Piers for prime minister.
Yeah,
no thank you.
The Star?
No thank
Daily
you.
Star?
No thank you.
Yeah.
No thank you.
And he was boasting about it, like, oh, PM for PM.
He was in hot water this week
because
Larry King died, and or was it last week? It was a hot water the last couple of weeks. Larry King died, and I guess he didn't have the best relationship with Larry King, so he tweeted about it saying like, "Oh, Larry King, like this amazing entertainer has passed away," and then he had like a mini dig at their relationship. Larry didn't believe in me, or something. I forgot what he said word for word, but it was just like the guy. Yeah, it wasn't the time or the place. And then the question was, is it okay to keep the same energy and not just pretend like you like him, or should he just have? Because
have said anything.
Yeah, no one called upon him to make a statement. He chose to come out and say, "Oh yeah, he was great."
But sometimes you just want to get the last bit off your chest.
Yeah, maybe, but it was just like it was unneeded. It was what it seemed like.
Maybe he should have just said that to his wife. You know,
if he's asked about it, he can be honest.
Yeah.
But if it's just like, I just want to post, this guy's dead, everyone's posting their farewell messages, let me just jump in there.
I feel like he was trying, and I feel like that was the nicer version. Like, he might have had something more he could say. You know what, I'm going to, just write this, and this seems pretty nice.
Or maybe he was just jealous that
he was dead.
No, not that he was dead. I guess that people were saying like, "Oh, great broadcaster, great this," and meanwhile the guy would put him down or made him feel small.
Well, allegedly. Sometimes you just have to talk it how it is, how they do it in Jamaica. I
think sometimes not everything needs a comment though.
It's true. Yeah, sometimes it's just to keep yourself to yourself.
Definitely.
Like Tammy from I don't think you know who she is.
No idea.
She was on
one of the shows. Love Island. The Only Ways. Geordie Shore.
Basketball Wives.
Oh, okay.
I want to say Basketball Wives. Yes.
Love and Hip Hop.
No, I just said Basketball Wives.
No, I was just trying to.
And so she put out a tweet and she said, "When we're friends, you better keep my business to yourself. And if we fall out, you better let what you know about me, my business, die right along with my friendship."
Nah, G.
I think she's absolutely right.
I can't let it die. It's in my head.
You know what she meant.
What did she mean?
Forget about all the business. You don't need to start being a blabbermouth.
Nah, you shouldn't have been a blabbermouth to me in the first place. You should have known I was a snake from the beginning.
Wow. But this is the thing. This is why people find it so hard to trust their quote unquote friends.
Yeah, no one should. Everyone should have a closed shield, guard up like me. So that way you never get burnt.
Wow.
You understand me?
That explains a lot. No, so if we were to break up, it's like everything I know about you should die along with the
go say it. Go say it. It's in the open now.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Blab away.
Okay.
Blab away. But then every action has a consequence. When I show up at your door, then
what are you gonna do?
The action has the consequence in it.
And I'll tell you. Show up at my door and what?
I'll say, "Yo, man, that was nice." But yeah. No, I think what she's saying is it's pretty obvious. I don't think it needed to be said.
No, it's not.
No, it's just common sense. But
the
people she's trying to direct to that are not the ones listening to that.
Listen, common sense isn't common.
I agree, especially
you'd be surprised how friendships end, and now they're like, "Oh, let me get all of this out."
Yeah, but what I'm saying is basically the people who respect that aren't the ones that
streets.
The people who respect that or who understand that aren't the ones that need to hear it.
This is true.
And the ones that don't aren't going to be listening to that in the first place.
This is true.
Sometimes people, I'd be wondering, why do people post quotes and stuff when they know, I know people just want to talk to get things, but I'm just like, shut up.
No, that's because
not to her. Not to her, but people be talking sometimes and just be making quotes. I can even see it on my Snapchat, my personal Snapchat. People be making quotes about something that's gone in their life. Never. I can't think of one. But they'll be like, never...
Keep calm and carry on.
Let's pretend it's that. And I'm just like, man, shut up.
Yeah, but you'd be surprised because that doesn't appeal to you. But,
it's true.
Sometimes it's true. That one person sees it and you know what? That is...
Man.
True. Like, this is what I needed to read today.
In my head, I'm just, man, shut up.
That's because you're cold-blooded. You're
I'm a
cold-blooded
reptile.
like a snake.
But yeah.
Okay, do you know who does that? Khloe Kardashian. She's a quote person.
Oh, then I would hate following. I'd be hating the quotes.
She
Wow.
just puts on her story.
I'd be hating the
Well,
quotes.
if you don't like it, just
Or
tap it.
you know what? I'd be to skip. You know me, Skippy McGee.
I don't even know why you have Snapchat. You just skip through everything.
Yeah, I do. I like to see life and fast forward.
Okay.
But you know what I hate the most is indirects. That's the one I hate. That's the one I hate.
Why?
I hate indirects because why you put? Just go to the person and message them.
Because sometimes it's not that easy.
Sometimes you can clearly see in someone's post or someone's thing that this is directed at a person.
Mm-hmm.
Never trust a friend. Why are you telling me? Why is this on my page?
No, because she'll tell you what it is, yes. Sometimes, and I know this
think
personally.
it's so cowardly.
I know this personally, right? Sometimes the argument will be over. And then...
No, then put the argument on the grill back again.
The argument will be over.
I hate that saying.
The argument will be over. And then, 2 days later, you think of something that you should have said. So you post it, knowing that the person will see it.
No, then I refire up the argument. Put the argument back on the grill.
Over.
Nah, put it back on the grill then. Why you need to post your indirect? Because then you want to start an argument, but you're too afraid to start.
No, because the person knows how you feel now. So they can message you if they want.
You pick up the phone or you text them and say, this is how I feel.
Sometimes it's not that easy.
It is. You type their number in the thing and you click call.
Sometimes if the person's head is hard.
I think it's just an attention-seeking move.
No, it isn't.
It is. But you want your whole post, you want your whole social media to see you have a problem with this specific person, but you're too scared to say it to them. Nonsense. That's what people be doing on social media.
See, this is the lack of empathy that you possess.
For indirects, indirects are nonsense. They are attention-seeking behavior. Because you could just direct it at the person. But people be like, oh, you know what? Let me let everyone know that I don't like someone.
See, I'm not the type of person when I'm feeling emotion about something, I'm not the type of person to blab about it. In fact, you might not even know that I'm feeling upset.
Which is the opposite of attention-seeking behavior.
Yeah, but that's not always, just because I do it doesn't mean that it's the best way. Sometimes it's easier to release it off your chest.
Release it to them. Don't release it on social media for people to feel sorry for you.
Yeah, but sometimes it's not. What if the person's already blocked you?
Then who are you posting it to? If you're posting it to get to them. By your own argument, you're posting it so that they can see. If they blocked you, why are you posting it?
Because you've released it off your chest.
You know how else you can release it from your chest? You say it out loud to yourself, and it's just literally come off from your chest. It's literally just come off from your chest. But posting it for people who aren't involved is just like, why?
No, because you never know what will happen. A friend of a friend will send it to the friend.
But then you could have just said that. I don't like the indirect.
You've blocked.
I just like the direct. Even in diss tracks, I don't like the indirect. Say the name. Let me know that you're going at Chip. Let me know you're going at Stormzy. Say the name. Drop it. Because I don't like it when there's plausible deniability. When you guys are friends, like 2 years later, I want me to be able to wheel up the diss track and be like, yeah.
You were talking about me.
This right there. Like, like Ether. When Nas went in on Jay-Z, there was no doubt he used his name. There was no doubt that he was going at Jay-Z. It was specific. It was no indirect. It was no sneak diss. This is for Jay-Z. I loved it. I love the direct.
I'm gonna say it again, friend. This is the lack of empathy that you possess.
Sometimes
you don't even get to see. You don't even see. You just see your side. You don't even see the other side. That's why people will indirect you because
then I'll pull up. If I understand the indirect is about me, I'm not indirecting back. Is that about me? And if you say no, then I'll assume we don't have a problem. And if you have a problem,
do you know what? Yeah, why I couldn't even indirect you because things just go over your head.
Then tell me.
Sometimes, yeah. Like, let's say if I want something for Valentine's Day, let's say, right?
I'm great at gifts. You best not even start with me.
It's an example.
Yes, go on.
And I indirectly say something Ask Benjamin. He don't even know what the indirect
What did I
was.
spend the last 15 minutes saying?
It just goes over his
Man,
head.
like the direct. From
like,
A to B.
You have to say, this is what I want. You can't do hint,
Exactly.
hint. Otherwise, the hint has to be so apparent. It cannot be missed.
Exactly. So if you were direct with me, it would have been done. DONE. But people be like, indirect. Especially with argument. I hate argument indirect.
Here we go.
This is so much people on social media. So much. I see it from celebrities. I see it from people on Snapchat. Like I see it
but
so
not
much.
all of those quote things are about indirect. Sometimes it's about positive.
Not sometimes the quotes, but I'm specifically speaking when you can see this is about someone.
But do you know what? Sometimes it's not. Sometimes you just relate to it. You're not even talking to a certain person. It's just that, you know what, this has happened in your life before and you just want to post it because you just relate to it and someone else might relate to it. And you know what?
I'm
it's
hard-headed.
So true.
I'm hard-headed. I'm just like, man.
How do you say head again? I'm saying your ears. With Tia Ding.
But we don't really say that. You just say your ears are hard.
With Tia Ding. With Tia, let me knock it.
Nah, my head is hard. I won't lie. I've got a hard head.
And your ears.
My ears even harder. But I think so. Some people are just, they need to get onto my way of thinking sometimes. Just be direct. But
you do, anyways. We could have this argument all day.
We could. But I don't be getting it. I know you. This is what you're gonna say. You don't be getting it.
You just go round and round in a circle like a merry-go-round.
Yeah,
It is what it is.
But if he told me, then I would have. If you tell me the thing,
get it.
If you lay it out to me flat like a bed sheet,
you might not even get
then
it.
I get it. But if you circle the bed and go around the roundabout and maybe take a stop to the left and then have a stop there and a stop there and then come back to Mars.
If someone's dropping hints at you every week,
not good at hints.
This every week.
What is this, Cluedo?
And then Valentine's Day come and you're like, oh yes, I've definitely left enough hints. And you open the present now, and what is this? Somebody come look at this. I don't know what accent I have.
No, exact. But if you had said, you know what, I want the GHD hair curlers or the GHD hair straightener,
then you know.
And then I would have got it.
No, but then that's not.
But if you say, you know what, my hair is kind of frizzy and sometimes a little slizzy. If you're doing rhymes and riddles for me, how am I meant to get that? I don't know.
You know what? That's literally what I would do. You're like, my hair is a bit, a bit frizzy. My blow dryer is not blowing it as well. I might say, oh, look, Aaliyah J, she posted these blow dryer. I think these are really good. I like the color of it.
Yeah, man.
You're like, oh, yeah. And you know what, yeah? He'll be like, why are you showing me this? And he's like, oh, no reason. I'm just thought the blow dryer looked good.
I thought this was a hypothetical. It's getting kind of real.
Next time you'll be like, oh, I'm going to blow dry my hair, but I don't like my blow dryer. What do you want me to do about it?
This is sounding kind of real. You got anything to get off your chest? 0800, get it off your chest.
That's it.
That's it.
See, the indirects.
Just tell me the straight up. People don't be telling the straight up. They need to tell the straight up. I like this. I want this. I need this. I don't like this person. But this person, not fond of. Imagine how much more simple the world would be if they were just direct to the point. Yeah, man. I know you think. One day, you'll be like, Ben was right.
Yeah.
Have we got a dilemma? Give us our one dilemma before we close this out. Oh, okay, it's on my phone. I got you. A friend works for a major cable company. She noticed my husband opened a new account under his name for a different address. She asked if we moved. We didn't. She asked if we moved. We didn't. He said it's an apartment he plans to rent out but won't show me because it's not ready. Advice. First of all, why are your friends just snooping me up on the on the cable company? Why is she snooping us up?
And why she come and tell me? Like as a husband, I was thinking, why should go and ask like the wife, if that makes sense.
Mm.
Like if it was me who opened the new account and the friend went to you and said, "Oh, I realized your husband opened a new account."
Yeah, you got his name is on a cable account. It's just like, why are you spying on me?
Yeah.
Like, what need was there for you to spy on me at work?
Yes, first of all, unless you thought it was something.
Because it didn't just come across your desk that I
looked
opened.
for that.
Yeah.
Unless there was another thing while she was telling you, like,
Maybe she thought he was cheating
like
already, and now she was doing research.
No, but you need to come back with background information. Like, oh, I think he's cheating. Plus, I discovered this as well.
If that's
this
the
by
solo
itself
piece,
just doesn't make sense.
It's just because what if that was a surprise?
Yeah.
Like, what if he was like literally trying to rent this house and it was going to be a surprise, and now you've accused him or tried to accuse him of cheating, and then it's not what it is. I think, and because you were snooping, you didn't bring no background information to it. But this is the advice is not for the friend. This advice is for the wife who found out.
Okay, so what if he wasn't cheating? What if he is cheating?
Well, now you got to investigate it, haven't you?
He said, yeah, now you do have to investigate it. Like, what is the department for?
But I think you should caution investigate first, and depending on the outcome of the findings, you need to caution the friend and be like, "Yo, fam, you can't be snooping us into our lives like that."
You ruined a good surprise. If it was a surprise for her, it could have been.
And then even if it's a cheating one, actually, you might need her on the back burner in case your next person does that to you.
It depends what kind of friend it is, because I don't know. Like, I do, you know, some people think like, if like the friend found out that the other friend's man is cheating. So let's say my friend found out that you were cheating. They feel like they shouldn't get involved. I feel like that's a bad friend.
I guess. But what if they're friends with both of them?
So? Then you should confront one and say you need to tell her by X, Y, and Z.
But what if you're friends with the cheater more than you're friends with the wife? Like you were friends with the cheater first.
Okay, that's a different scenario. I don't know, because I feel like I would still be like, well, you need to go and tell her, otherwise I will.
I don't know if I can get involved like that. It's not my life.
See, but what if it was my friend?
What if it's your friend?
Yeah. My friend who saw you cheating.
Well, if I'm the cheater, I'm going to be like, don't tell.
I mean, like, I'm just using us as an example, but I'm saying, what if it was the girl's friend?
Yeah, you would expect her to probably go tell her friend.
Some people think it's none of their business.
Some people,
because some people
until it happens to them,
the relationship breaks up, like between the friends.
But you know what happens.
The guy don't believe.
But do you know what happens? I think that's why, especially because when they go present you with this information and the person doesn't do anything about it, and then next week you're all there huggy kissy. Yeah. Now it's really awkward.
Yeah,
you've gone and told that this person is cheated. Now your friend is doing that. So sometimes they're just like, you know what? If I don't know what type of person she is, if she's what action she's gonna take, if she wants, maybe she already knows, and this is how she lives her life, blissful ignorance. Then I'ma leave it.
I'm gonna need my friend to tell me, because I'm gonna need her to tell me.
Yeah, but I guess that's why some people don't. But that's been us. We've been we went off script there.
Yeah, it's a bit of a long episode.
Yeah, I liked it. I like the little off script.
But don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to
tell their mate.
Wow, you were too late. You had one line.
I did that on purpose.
You had one line.
Give me two next time. I'll show up.
Yeah. We are BT Small Talk, and you're listening to The Gift of the Gab.
Ciao.